Good morning, everybody. This is Danny from Microgreens. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning here in Amarillo, Texas. It's cloudy and overcast, and so we have a little bit of a break from the oppressive heat that we have had here the last couple of weeks. So it's actually somewhat tolerable here in our greenhouse. And for those of you that don't know, Beast Mode Greens was actually founded as a way for my wife and I to subsidize our personal support, our personal finances, because we are the directors for a nonprofit here in Amarillo. So we do this. It's called the Urban Farm Outreach, and we are affiliated with a nonprofit missions organization called YWAM, or Youth with a Mission. And so we have our aquaponics greenhouse, and we grow food for the High Plains Food Bank and Faith City Mission and some of the other local charities in the area. But our heart and our vision is not only for what we do here in our aquaponics greenhouse, but it's also for sustainable agriculture and developing scalable systems or microsystems that can then be used in third world countries, that can give individuals and communities a way to not only feed themselves, but to also provide a source of income as well. So more on that later. This is actually a beast mode video, so let's get to it. So it's Tuesday. It's kind of a slower day for Beast Mode Greens, so let's talk microgreens for a second. So here's what I do on Tuesdays. I have, let's see, I'll move there we go. So I've got my sunflower and my green pea soaking. So I've tried lots of different methods for sunflower. I spent some time not soaking my sunflower seed before planting, and it still works. However, I find that once the seeds have germinated, they shed their hulls a lot better if they have been soaked. So in order for me to we harvest every Friday, so in order for me to have a fresh crop of green pea tendrils, or green pea. I call them pea tendrils just as a little bit easier. That way my chefs and my customer know that the pea tendrils are the one with the pretty tendrils and not the speckled pea. Anyways, more on that later. We'll get into stuff like that if you stick with me. So the pea tendrils and the sunflower seed, they need to be soaked overnight before planting. And in order for me to have a crop, not this coming Friday, but next Friday, I actually have to plant tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So that gives me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So like 10-ish days from planting to harvest for the sunflower and the green pea. So if you're a grower and you're watching this, I'd love to hear what you do, how long it takes you, and anyways, we can just all kind of learn together. And that's kind of what I want this channel to be about. I by no means think that I'm an expert in this. I've been doing this about 6 months. It's been awesome. I love it. I'm going to continue doing it. But I consider myself a student, even though, yes, I do this, I guess you could say professionally, because I am making money off of it, but still, I'm a student, and I'm learning, and I watch YouTube, and that's one of the reasons I started this channel, is because I wanted to be able to give back and to contribute to all the knowledge that I've gained as well. Okay, so Tuesday, so you can see, this is behind me. This is Friday's harvest. So everything you see growing will be ready to harvest. And you can see cilantro, healthy cilantro. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, so if you didn't see my previous video, watch that because I really had some issues with cilantro. But one of the things I do is when I kind of have broken down my growing process into 3 different stages. There's planting, graduating, and finishing. And so when planting is kind of self-explanatory. That is the process of literally planting each individual tray, and then what I do is I stack them on top of each other. I stick them on this top rack way up here, and then I let them germinate. It, depending on the variety, it takes 3 sometimes. I like to let my sunflower go, so sunflower's like 3 to 4 days, radish, broccoli 2 to 3 days. So it just kind of depends on the variety of individual microgreen that I'm planting. So after planting, after they germinate, I call it graduating. So what I do is I unstack them, and so instead of being on top of each other, like my cilantro up there, I unstack them so each tray is separate. And then what I do, and I've already uncovered them, but I take another 10 by 20 tray with no holes, and I set it on top like that. And what I found, and of course your mileage may vary, but in my experience, by putting another tray on top like that, where I'm kind of restricting the light that the plants are getting, it causes them to reach towards the light, so they grow up taller faster. And I find that they grow evenly. Like if you look at my trays, again, I'm no expert, but man, like this is my arugula. Look how even that is. It's like a flat top. Remember old school flat tops? I don't really think that's a thing I'm not growing a flat top anytime soon. But that's just my process. Again, your mileage may vary. I do this with every variety, with the exception, I tried something different this time with my amaranth. Amaranth, like cilantro, is one of those varieties that has given me issues, but I found that my issues with the amaranth were after germination, actually in that graduation state. So with the amaranth, I didn't put a tray on top of them. I just left them open outside of direct sunlight, and it looks like they're doing pretty. There they are over there. Looks like they're doing pretty good like that. So I don't know. I'm always experimenting. I'm always trying new things. So stay tuned, because it might change. But for now, I'm still kind of experimenting with the amaranth. Now, all my other varieties of microgreens like to be covered. So again, it's a 10 by 20 tray, upside down on top of the planted tray. The microgreens, they reach up, they get bigger faster, and when they kind of start pushing the tray off, that's when I know that they're done. So that is the graduation state from planting to graduation. And then the last state is pretty simple. I call it finishing. All I do is I take this tray, so that way the microgreens have direct sunlight, and that way they can finish. So they'll spend, it's Tuesday now, these will be harvested Friday, so they'll spend, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then part of Friday, so 3-ish, 4-ish days to finish. And the arugula, everything was planted, all my arugula, radish was planted on, and cilantro was planted on Friday. And then, like I said, with the green pea and the sunflower, I plant those 10 days prior. So the Wednesday before, how do I word this? Help me out here, guys. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. So like a week and a half prior to the harvest date. So anyways, that's a little bit about the 3 different stages that I allow my microgreens to go through. Again, your mileage may vary. If you have any suggestions or if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll try to get back to you guys. I really want this channel to be a place where we can all learn and grow together and just kind of have a sense of community as urban farmers and microgreen growers. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, if you do something different, I'd love to hear it, because again, I'm a student too. I'm learning with you guys, and I want to be able to grow the healthiest, best quality microgreens that I possibly can. So anyways, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm really hoping to try to post longer videos like this one here on YouTube, and then just keep Instagram and Facebook just really short and sweet. So also, if you haven't already, follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Beast Mode Greens. You should be able to find me. Anyways, guys, it's Tuesday. Have an awesome Tuesday. Get after it and be blessed. Have a good one.